Silent language. Why personal presentation is your greatest asset. In a world that often prides itself on not judging a book by its cover, the biological and sociological really, reality remains stubbornly different. Humans are hardwired to make split-second assignment based on visual stimuli. This isn't necessarily a sign of superficiality. It is evolutionary efficiency, personal presentation, the way we dress, our grooming, our body language, and our overall hygiene serves as no verbal introduction that speak long before we open our mouths. The importance of personal presentation isn't mere vanity. It is a multifaceted tool that influences psychological self-perception, dictates professional trajectories, and service is a fundamental pillar of social etiquette. One, the psychology of enclothed cognition. The most immediate impact of personal presentation is not on others, but on ourselves. Psychologists use the term enclothed cognition to describe the systematic influence that clothes have on our psychological process. When you dress in a way that aligns with success, competence, or authority, your brain subconsciously adopts those traits. Confidence boosts. Putting on well-fit suit or a polished outfit acts as a form of armor. It shapes your posture, elevates your team, and increases your willingness to take risks. Focus and performance. Studies have shown that individuals perform tasks with higher accuracy when wearing clothing associated with the task, such as a lab coat for scientific reasoning. By presenting yourself intentionally, you're essentially priming your mind for the day's objectives. It is the difference between feeling like a passive observer in your life and feeling like the protagonist. Two, first impression and the halo effect. In the professional world, the first 7 seconds of encounter are critical. This is where the halo effect, a cognitive bias, where an overall impression of person influence how we feel about their character, comes into play. If a candidate walks in the interview with polished shoes, a neat haircut, and professional attire, the interviewer is more likely to subconsciously assume they are also organized, detail-oriented, and disciplined. Conversely, a visual appearance can lead to the unfair assumption that person work will be quite messy. Why it matters in the workplace? Credibility, authority, and company branding. Now, credibility. Clients and the stakeholder are more likely to trust someone who looks like they have their life under control. Authority. Professional dress establish a clear boundary and commands a level of respect that is harder to earn when dressing too casually for the context. Company branding. Employees are working with words for their organization. High standard of personal presentation signal that the company itself is high quality and reliable. 3. Personal presentation is a sign of respect. One of the most overlooked aspects of personal presentation is its role in social etiquette. Etiquette. Taking the time to look presentable for an event, a meeting, or even casual gathering is a subtle way to say, I value this occasion and the people here. Respect for others, way. By adhering to the dress code or showing up all grooming, you acknowledge the offer others have put into an event. Next, cultural sensitive, understanding the nuances of appropriate dress in different cultures or industries shows emotional intelligence and adaptability. When we neglect our appearance in a formal or professional settings, we risk sending a message of apathy or arrogance, suggesting that our personal comfort is more important than the collective standards of the group. 4. The pillars of effective presentation. Personal presentation is not about buying the most expensive brand, it is about intentionality and consistency. It can be broken down into three main categories. A. Grooming and hygiene. This is the foundation. No amount of designer clothing come mask, pure hygiene, clean, with kept hair and nails. Sorry. Attention to dental hygiene and subtly pleasant scent. Overperfume can be detrimental as an alternative. B. The wardrobe. Fit over fashion. The most important rule of dressing is fit. A cheap shirt that fits perfectly will always look better than an expensive one that is two sizes too large. Context. Reason for the rule. You wouldn't wear to text to the to text. Wait. You would you wouldn't wear a tuxedo to a tech startup, nor flip flops fair, the law firm. Maintenance. Ensure clothes are ironed, free of stains, and good repair. C. Body language and poise. Personal presentation is dynamic, no static. How you move is just as important as what you wear. Posture, standing tall, suggests openness and power. Eye contact, signal honesty and engagement. The smile, perhaps the most powerful accessory, a genius smile bridges gaps and builds immediate rapport. 5. Overcoming the superficiality myth. Critics of argue that focusing on appearance is shallow. However, in a complex society, we use symbols to navigate interaction. Your presentation is a shorthand for your identity. Think, think of your presentation as the packing gauge of your skills, while the product, your talent and character is what ultimately matters. The packing gauge, pack, packing gauge is what determines whether someone chooses to pick the product off the shelf in the first place. In a competitive job market or a crowded social scene, your presentation provides the foot in the door that allows that allows your inner quality to eventually shine. 6. The digital frontier. Online presentation. In 2026, personal presentation extends beyond the physical. Our digital appearance is often the first thing people see. Profile pictures, a professional headshot on LinkedIn versus a cropped party photo. Video call etiquettes, having a clean background and good lighting during a Zoom call is the modern equivalent of a firm handshake and a clean sweat. Sweat. Conclusion. The holistic self. Personal presentation is the bridge between your internal world and your external environment. It is a powerful form of self-expression that communicates your values, your ambitions, and your level of self-respect. When you master your presentation, you remove the static from your communication, allowing your true message and your authentic self to be heard more clearly. It is not about being perfect or conforming to unreachable standard of beauty. Rather, it is about presenting the best version of yourself to the world every single day. By doing so, you open doors, build trust, and the most important thing, reinforce your own sense of worth. Thanks.